friends, in the picture shown to us, I have perceived multiple characters, but the main character of my story is Rahul, who is Ram, who is a 32 years old and is a neutral mood. Ram, a 32 years old who lives in Delhi, he works in the NHAI, where he was given the responsibility of the ongoing project on the National Highway 9. When he was on the visit, he saw that the labours were very less in the amount and the work was going very slow. So he decided to write a letter to the upper authorities for requesting of more labours, so that the work can be done fast. And within a week or so, the workers were allotted to him, and the project was done on the given time period. Thank you.
So friends, from the picture what I have perceived that there are number of characters, both male and female. Some are around 20 to 25-year-old and some are around 30-year-old, and all are in positive mood. The main character of my story is Rahul, who is around 20 to 23-year-old and in positive mood. The action of my story is constructing a wall. So Rahul was a college student. In summer vacation, he went to his village. So due to high rainfall and due to fallen of tree, their boundary of their house got broken. So he decided to repair it. So first he went to the mechanic and take the brief idea of how much amount of cement required and how much number of bricks required. So he went to the market and bought some bricks, cement and sand, and then he divides the group like two cousins for the taking bricks, two cousins for cement, and he himself make the paste. Then he helped the mechanic, and after some hours able to rebuild the boundary. Thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen. From the picture, I have perceived many characters, in which the main character is Ravi, which is 30-year-old, and mood is neutral. The action of my story is constructing the small station besides the national highway, and Ravi is doing BTech, and after the completion of BTech, he got a small project of making a station nearby the national highway of near his village, and after then, but he got the very less time to complete the project, and after then he just appointed so many laborers for this, and he make this work on time, and after then the facilities of buses were applied on by the government, and the facilities were profited by the village. So thank you.
Good morning, friends. As the picture shown to us, I have perceived multiple characters. My main character of the story is Ram. Ram is a 24-year young boy. Pursued his civil engineering from JCRC College. He had given a work from his company to construct a smart mart in that area. So he first prepared the map of the construction. Then he called the laborers, and then he put all the materials or resources, raw materials required for that. He created the small mart to facilitate a good infrastructure for all, to improve the quality and development of that area. So he tried to make a good smart mart to enjoy all the facilities and resources required for every person. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. From the given picture, I have perceived many characters. The main character of my story is Bhupendra. He is 38 years old and he belongs to a poor family. He has not completed his studies, due to which he has to do the work of labor. He wanted to provide his son with proper education in order to improve the condition of his house. His son was preparing for ND examination and had cleared the written examination, and wanted coaching for SSB. So with the help of his relatives, he was able to provide him the proper coaching and guidance about SSB. But he was not able to clear the SSB in his first attempt. But in his second attempt, he was able to clear it and become a lieutenant in the army. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. From the given picture, I have perceived many characters, and my main character is Rahul, who has recently pursued his BTech from NIT Jaipur in civil engineering. From that, he had thought that for the development of his village, he need to do some work. So he firstly make a house in his village, which is ventilated, so that because his village mostly faces the storms during summer. So after that, he also gets some funds from the government for the welfarement, and his village grow into a well-developed town. Thank you.
Morning everyone. The picture shown to us, I have perceived multiple characters, but the main character of my story is Jay, who is around 27 years old and son of Sarpanch of Fulera village. And he's back to his village after a long time. And he observed that in the school playground there is no boundary wall. That's why the games are generally interrupted by many cattle and animals, and sometimes the villagers with cycles and small vehicles, they also pass through the playground. That's why the game gets interrupted. So he decided to make a boundary wall around the school playground. He asked his father for help about the funds. He asked requested his father to pass the funds from the government fund. And after that, he also requested his father to arrange some workers from Manrega, as it was it was related as this was related to the development of the village infrastructure. So his father arranged some workers for this, and he with the help of the Thekadar, he also arranged the raw materials for the construction, and they built the boundary wall around the ground. And after that, no games and sports were interrupted by the cattle and so on. And that's how he helped in this. Thank you. That's all.
Good morning, gentlemen. In the shown picture, I perceive multiple characters. However, the main character of my story is Arvind, mood positive, age 25. The action of my story is making up a sports center in government school. So, Arvind is the newly appointed IAS officer, and when he was serving his newly district, which was Jhunjhunu, he observed that the sports facilities were not up to the mark in the government school. So he made he had a meeting with the members of the education department and made a plan, and allocated the funds, and submitted the plan to the authorities to have funds to develop the sports center. And he also allocated the funds to the school authorities so that they can buy the sports item like the shot put balls and the table tennis table. And also he also advised the school authorities to make sure that one day every week the school would make sure that the students are are participating in the outdoor activities so that they can stay fit. And he also included the sustainable and environment friendly techniques like solar lights, solar panels were also put on the roof of the sports center to generate the electricity. And also seeing the scarcity of water, he also advised the rainwater harvesting in the school. And he also made sure that the progress of the work was on time. And after the sports center was constructed, he inaugurated the center and thanked his team for the coordination. Thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen. The picture shown to us, I perceive multiple characters, but my main character is Nitin. He's 23-year-old and mood is positive. Nitin has recently graduated from his nearby college, and he saw that in his village, people used to stand outside for any meeting or any discussion, and many times during rainy season, they have to spread off due to rain. So he talked to his village head to construct a multi-purpose hall so that any discussion or any meeting can be took place in the multi-purpose hall. So he, with the help of a village head, they provide some 10 to 15 people to construct a hall, and within 10 to 15 or 30 days, they made a hall with multiple facilities like electricity, fan, and other, so that meeting and other organization can took place easily. And from this, all peoples were happy. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. As the picture shown to us, I have perceived multiple characters, both male and female, age ranging from 25 to 35, and mood positive. Main character of my story is Sharvan, age 29, mood positive. Action of my story is construction work. So my story is Sharvan, age 29, is a contractor in Jaipur, and he got to he takes contract for construction work. He got to know that an NGO is building a park, and builded a park, and they want to build a boundary walls of the park. So he took up so he got the contract for the construction of the boundary wall, construction for the boundary wall of the park. And as he got informed by the NGO that the inauguration date was coming near, and it was preponed. So he accepted the challenge, and acknowledged the situation, and he took more vendors and laborers from the from other site, and those who were free, and also boosted up the construction work, and also he gave the opportunity to the laborers to develop the skill of the vendors for the construction, and also he started the construction work himself also, and within well before time he managed to build the boundary wall, and he was rewarded by the owner also. Thank you.
Friends, from the picture shown to us, I have perceived multiple characters. All of them are between the age group of 25 to 35 years of age. And the action of my story is making of a Gaushala. Ramesh was pursuing his BSc from Rajasthan University. During his summer vacations, he went to the village area and found that a lot of cattle and cows were moving in the village area freely, which destroy the cropland of the villagers. So for that, he contacted the village sarpanch and asked to make of the Gaushala. So he firstly collected the funds and find a place where barren island where he constructed, and for the construction purpose he also contacted the village sarpanch to find out the people or the village area people so that they can also get their employment, and he collected all the raw materials and some stuffs for their necessary items for the construction. And after the construction he also added some facilities such as proper water facilities, proper ventilation, and also he added some mud which will provide them comfortable for their sitting area. He also employed some 2 to 3% from the village which will take care of the Goshala, and after that on daily wages. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. The picture shown to us have perceived multiple characters, but the main character is Rupesh, a 28-year-old man, mood positive. Rupesh is a 28-year-old man who works as a laborer on basis of daily wages. He got a new job at construction site of home with his along fellow mates. He earns 450 rupees daily. On construction site, he do the work of constructing walls, and after the completion of first floor, he is starting the construction of second floor. But he lost his balance and fell on the ground and get fainted. His friends took him and rushed towards the hospital, where doctor told them that he broke one of his leg. Rupesh didn't have enough money for his treatment, so his friends contribute for his treatment. And after taking the bed rest of 25 days, he come back to the work and completed the construction work. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. In this shown picture, I prescribe multiple characters, both male and female, and age around 25 to 40 years, and mood is positive. But the main hero of my story is Avinash, who is 22 years old and living in a village, Haripura of Odisha. The action of my story is construction of a boundary of a ground in village. Avinash, who is a national football player, and he daily goes for practice with his friends for the national tournament of football. But he noticed that there was no boundary in their village ground, so he filed an application to the sarpanch and also visited to sarpanch and tell him about the problem. And after listening to the problem, sarpanch allowed a fund for the boundary of the ground after some days. And after some days the construction work is started, and Avinash and his friends also helped them in like that. They provide them water and tea, etc. And after some days the construction was completed and they practiced there properly. And thank you.
Good morning, friends. From the picture shown to us, I perceived multiple characters. My main character is Arjun, age around 22, mood positive. Action of story: a newly appointed junior engineer in CPWD. Arjun, my main character of story, he is newly appointed JN in CPWD. One day, while visiting a site, he found that the laborers are not maintaining the proper safety measures, and the children are also working in the site. So he called safety officers and told about the situation, and later on they Later on, they also discussed with the laborers not to send your childrens. It is the time of their story, and also made video visuals for how their life is important. And in future, this kind of situation never occur. Otherwise, they will take proper actions against it. And on the personal level, Arjun contacted an NGO of poor welfaring children and helps in admissioning them in the schools and government schools. Thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen. From that picture, I have perceived one character whose age is 28-year-old and he's a male of positive mood. The action of my story is educating about the government scheme. Abhinav is a 20-year-old rural development officer who once visited a village. He introspected the village that there are the living conditions of the villagers are not so good because they are not so financially strong and they are not so well educated. So he decided to met the sarpanch and held a meeting with the villagers and told them, educated about them, that the government is providing the funds for the making of houses in the village. So after knowing about that, villagers submitted their document to the government and they get a really good fund uh, in to improve their household situations. And after that, he was satisfied with his effort. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. From the given picture, I pursue multiple characters, like of age 22 years old, and all are in positive mood. Rohit is the main hero of my story, and he is pursuing graduation from Rajasthan University. After giving his semester, he went to his village. There he found that construction work was going on, so he decided to help his family. So he asked his friends and cousins to help him to so that he can help his family. He complete all in morning all the work, primary work, pouring water and sending bricks to the place. And after that, he helped his father in the farming field so that his father can focus on construction work. That's all.
Morning, gentlemen. From the picture, I perceive multiple characters. The main theme of my story, action of my story is helping the villagers. The main character of my story is Ajay, who is a civil engineer. When he was in college, he got to know that there is a that in his village there is a less rainfall in few years. So he decided to help the villagers. So he discussed with the panchayat and and get to know what the reason and what the solution. After discussion, he get to know that there is a need of canal from the nearby river. After discussion with the government officials and PSD department, he started and managed all the funds from the government. They started construction of a canal by full roadmap also. So, after construction, this in few years the cultivation is more and it